After watching this, you will not read Isaiah 6:1 the same. I recently heard from a missionary lady to Africa who keeps Torah, and she said that in that culture, in African culture and the Middle East culture, that when one king conquered another king, they would cut the robe off of the king that loses and put it on the back of their robe, the train of their robe. So this means a couple different things. When the one that loses gets their robe shortened, the train of their robe shortened, it's a little embarrassing, right? And it just shows they don't have much power. On the contrary, the one that wins, the one that conquers, is the one that has the longer robe, the longer train. Now, isn't this incredible here? Read this. He saw the Lord sitting on his throne, high and lifted up. The train of his robe filled the temple. Wow, what kind of imagery is that saying? I mean, it doesn't make sense in any other context that I know of except that right there. That culture, that ancient culture, when one king conquered another, they would put their robe on the back of theirs and it would just be long. And that would symbolize how powerful God is. And he's just a ruler of all the nations. And just in case you don't believe me or the missionary lady, I did a little Google search, so you can go ahead and do the same thing, and you can click on all these citations and stuff. But it says victorious kings would cut off a piece of the conquered king's robe and sew it onto theirs. This is part of a ritual in Hebrew known as shul, referring to the train or hem or fringe. Symbolism of power, a longer robe with added segments from other rulers as a sign of immense power and glory. Wow. And then you get here to the biblical context, Isaiah 6:1. I just think this is incredible. That blew my mind, the imagery that is put in the Bible. But we don't understand it because it wasn't written to us. It was written for us, but not to us. It was written during ancient times, ancient cultures, ancient customs, and rituals that we just don't understand. If you think that's cool, go ahead and give it a like. Share it with somebody else so they can learn it too. Get in the Word, stay in the Word. Put on the full armor of God every day. God bless.